style.
Thank you, Mark. So today I'm going to talk about effective use of communication styles. And this is my level 2 speech. And I've been researching about this. And there are, to begin with, I wanted to just explain what effective communication or the communication means. You've got a sender, you've got a receiver, you got ideas that are sent by the sender, and the receiver receives that idea and then provides feedback. And while the sender is sending the ideas to the receiver, there is something called as a channel through which the ideas are sent. So this is the process of communication. It's a closed loop process. And that's where this process can be used in order to effectively communicate in between two individuals or two parties. So there are 4 types of communication styles that I was able to come up with after researching about different ways. There are different ways. If you go on Google, you can see that there are different communication styles, but I'm going to talk about 4 communication styles which are useful within the corporate environment. Number 1 is direct communication style. When you say direct communication style, it's generally to the point, exactly what you want to convey to from the speaker to the receiver. It should be to the point without any different ideas about going around and around about anything. So it's basically specific to the point. The other type of communication style is initiating communication style. In this type of communication style, generally when a person goes to communicate with the other person, when the sender communicates with the receiver, they generally try and talk about stories about their own personal life and how are you doing, how was your weekend. They start with that so that the receiver becomes receiver becomes very comfortable with the environment, and then he starts receiving much more easily. So that's the initiator communication style, where you initiate your conversation in such a way that the receiver becomes very comfortable. And then it becomes easier for him to provide feedback. Okay, so that's the initiator communication style. The third communication style is the supportive communication style. When you say supportive communication style, generally the sender is much more calm and composed, and when he talks, he generally encourages the other person to express his ideas. It's kind of democratizing your communication, where you are encouraging the receiver to provide ideas, and then the sender would show as if he is listening and then coming up with a conclusion. And that becomes, again, a lot more feedback comes from the receiver than the other. So it's basically you're listening a lot more in that kind of communication style. The last one is, the fourth one is the analytical communication style. Now this is focusing more on the channel that is in between the sender and the receiver. How are you going to communicate? Analytical communication style requires some kind of analysis or some kind of facts and figures when you're talking about a particular subject. If you don't have the facts and figures, don't talk to me. I trust only in God. All the other people show me data. That's where analytical communication styles come into play. So the whole point is, how do we evaluate what our communication style should be, or how should we talk to other people, and how should we interact, right, in order to be the most effective communication that is happening between the sender and the receiver. So I've been researching about it a lot, and direct communication style generally, if you are talking or a vice president, then it needs to be a direct communication style where you just go to the point and tell exactly what you want to say, so that you get the exact feedback, right? Simple. They are not good listeners. They need only 2 second soundbite, and they want to understand what exactly needs to be conveyed. So dealing with the higher level executives, direct communication style. Initiating communication styles, well, if you are talking to your direct reports, then you can start with initiating communication style, where you can go ahead and talk about how was your weekend, so that you make your direct reports comfortable, and then they start talking about and giving you feedback. So it encourages feedback more often. The third one is supportive communication style, where you are listening a lot more. Sometimes people have a tendency to talk and keep on talking. So if you keep on listening to that person, then you lose that time, and then they just keep on blabbering. So you have to balance your initiating communication with supportive communication when you're talking to certain people, so that you have a balance between listening and giving, listening and speaking between when you're communicating. And the third one is analytical communication style, where you are actually focusing on the figures. So you show me figures, and then you come up with a conclusion. So it's basically dealing with more people who have a lot more analytical backgrounds, like engineers or analytics. So those are, you can use different types of communication styles in order to, based on what kind of situation you are in. You cannot have a cookie cutter approach to go and use only one type of communication style all the time when you talk about something. So in a sense, it is very, you need to be very nimble. You need to understand the sender, the receiver, the channel, and the feedback loop. And those are the key points that I want to focus on today in today's speech, so that you can easily be able to identify what you want to do when you talk to the other party. So thank you, Mark. Back to you.